From LALATE headquarters in Santa Monica, this is Afternoons LALATE.
It's a big afternoon of Afternoons LALATE with big updates about your fourth stimulus check of 2021. It is the biggest single payout you're ever going to see in the history of this channel. It's a monthly stimulus check and it starts the month of July. And in this recording, we're going to go over why it got a new twist and turn today across the board. Also, while it pays out in the month of July, guess what? I got some money for you now in the month of May. Yes, there's stimulus hitting this week. There's stimulus paying out this week, and it's money that's paying out this May and this June. I got stimulus for you before fourth stimulus. That's being covered in this recording. Then we cut back over to fifth stimulus and the breaking financial news across the board today. As Dogecoin goes to the roof, Bitcoin tanks, tech tanks, and the president has a new message about vaccination goals by July 4th this year. Yeah, made me want to choke on it. Meantime, what did Janet Yellen say today about inflationary rate? That'll make you choke as well. It's a big afternoon's recording, and let's get to it. This is Afternoons LALATE. Hey, good afternoon, everybody. How are you doing? It's a big Afternoons of Afternoons LA. This is a double dose of recording tonight. After this show is Evenings LA, and that is a big show. It's in 2 hours from now. I don't want you to miss it. It's going to go over fourth stimulus, but it's also going to go over fifth stimulus, because guess what? There's a lot of money coming for you this fall. SSI reform, the big money, and a lot of money for single people. And for seniors, that's in fifth stimulus. That's coming up on Evenings LA in 2 hours from now. But first, thank you for joining me on this broadcast. I'm going to go over the multiple stimulus checks of the fourth stimulus package. I'll be going over the money that's landing this week and all in the month of May and June. Yes, other stimulus. What is this other stimulus? I'll be going over it as well. And then we'll go over the big financial developments that happen on Wall Street, from tech to crypto to Yellen and even Biden. All right, with that, make sure you subscribe. Fastest growing community. If you're new to this channel, this is the fastest growing financial news channel on the planet. Reporting 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. No other channel does that. Streaming to you live in the morning and then taped in the afternoon. This is a taped broadcast. Also, like this video, 3,000 likes. Let's do it. And if you've not become a member, the link's at the top of the chat and in the pinned comment. All right, let's get to the breaking developing details. Today we learned that fourth stimulus has the Democratic support that it needs, but perhaps not when it comes to the pay-fors. What are the pay-fors? How to pay for it. Fourth stimulus and fifth stimulus have a series of tax changes. Fourth stimulus is changing the corporate tax rate. Fifth stimulus is changing the capital gains tax and personal tax rate. Well, guess what happened today? Richard Neal, yeah, that guy, the head of the Ways and Means Committee, who you've seen a lot talked about on this channel, whose committee is responsible for writing a lot of these stimulus package bills, third and now coming up fourth and now then fifth, came out and says, I'm not supporting the pay-fors. I'll support the bill. Yeah, I'll give you the bill, but I'm not going to do the pay-fors. Great news for stimulus checks, but not good news for the president, who's trying to figure out how to pay for everything. Let's go to the details about those stimulus checks. Those stimulus checks are not impacted by Representative Neal's statements. So let's first go over who gets it. You do if you're making less than 75. If you're a household of four or less and you're on SSI and SSDI, married couple gets as well, adult dependents get as well, children get as well, same amount. So how the amounts change? Well, the House members a check every month for the remainder of the pandemic and then 1 year thereafter. So let's say there's 4 months left of the pandemic. Then you would get that plus a year after that. And then senators say just to December. House members are progressive, senators are moderates. And then we have the monthly amount. The House members pay you less than the senators. $2,000 the first month, $1,000 thereafter. Senators is unknown, but word on the street is this. $2,000 over 6 months, $12,000, or $1,400 a month over 6 months, $8,400. So which one do you like? I'm in the live chat. Interact with me. Say hi. How are you? Tell me which one do you like. Do you prefer the house plan, which would pay you potentially, $16,000, $18,000, but would take more months to get the money? You'd have to wait around longer to get the money. Or the Senate plan, which would pay you less money but faster. Which one do you like? Senate or House? Drop in the comments which one you like right now, Senate or House. Now, who gets it? We just did that. When do you get it? July. It's a stimulus check that would pay in the month of July for the month of July, and then August, September going forward. There would be no waves of check. They can't do waves of check. This is a monthly check. And it would come after they vote on it. When would they vote on it? In the month of July. July 4th, no later than that, says Speaker Pelosi, Leader Schumer. Done. It's a reconciliation process that takes a two-step event. Two bills, 2 steps, 2 months. Starts in May, done in July. Bill number 1, a recon procedural bill. Vote, done. Go back and then do the substantive. Substantive bill, they add in what the president wants, infrastructure, climate, some more teal. That's LA late night. And then add in your stimulus checks. And then you add in your stimulus checks. Added either at the House level or added at the Senate level. If they add it at the Senate level, it's during the final 2 days called Votorama. Easy breezy. Easy breezy. This is the single biggest payout you've ever seen in the history of the channel, but guess what? I got more money for you starting right today. Yeah. So some YouTubers have been doing these fake videos that says just passed for stimulus. Hasn't been just passed. Or just landing, stimulus check. What? And then some people have been dropping in the comments, what? Am I getting a stimulus check in May? Am I getting one in June? I heard I was. No, you're not. But I have good news for you. I do have stimulus money for you in the month of May. And I'm going to go over it right now. Third stimulus, I told you, was going to pay out all the viewers, nearly all the viewers of this channel, an enormous sum of money. But it was going to take a little while for it to land. This is purple, and this money is finally landing. I'm going to go over the big money of third stimulus that's landing. First, I'm going to tell you what the categories are, and then I go back to the details. The first category applies to everyone that watches this channel who makes less than $75,000 a year. It's rent, it's utilities, it's mortgage assistance, and it's also SNAP. It's a lot of money. It's upwards of $25,000. That's the first group. The second group are the business owners. There's no less than 4 grants I'm going to go over with you that has just gone live. And there may be another one going live this week. And then the next group is my unemployed people, or previously unemployed people. I have money for you that's coming from IRS. Yep, we'll be going over that as well. And then finally, the last group I got money for you are my parents. So I got a lot of money for a lot of different people. There's not a single view of this channel, unless Elon is tuning in, that I don't have money for. All right, let's get to the details of each of the ones of these monies landing. First, rent, utilities, mortgage assistance, homeowners' utilities have now just landed under third stimulus. This was passed, earlier this year, but just took all the way to May to land in the states, cities, and counties. So this is a lot of money, and yes, you should go get it. Because guess what? I've done this recording before. I did it in October. I did it in November when we weren't getting money yet for stimulus checks. I said, go get this other money. And it changed people's lives. It's time for you to change your life as well. Go get this rent. State Hall, State Housing Authority. City Hall, City Housing Authority. County Hall, County Housing Authority. Reach out to them and ask about the rent assistance because of COVID from Biden. Rent assistance from COVID because of Biden. From that stimulus package that was passed earlier this year. It's now landing. Now, every state is different. It could be one state this week, the next state the next week. So just give it a little bit of time. But it's landing in a lot of states this week. Great news across the board. How much do they pay? Generally about 4 to 6 months of rent. It's over $5,000. Then you can get some utility assistance as well. And that could be about $1,000. So we're doing good. We're almost about $6,000. Just so we're only about 9 minutes of this video. Stay with me. I'm going to get you a lot of money by the end of this video, so stay with me to the very end. I got a lot of money to get you in this video. All right, the next group is the homeowners assistance. Same thing. Same places you reach out. State Hall, State Housing Authority. City Hall, City Housing Authority. County Hall, County Housing Authority. Mortgage assistance and homeowners utility bill because of COVID. Assistance because of COVID under third stimulus from Biden. Very, very simple. Now, if you're having problems finding it, don't worry, I got the volunteers on the community page. They're in the description of this video and also the pinned comment. They're at news.lalate.com/community. Sometimes they're in the live chat as well. They're also at the top of this chat, or in the bottom of the chat in the description. And then more about them at the commercial break. Next, SNAP. SNAP is so much darn money. Why would you not get it? SNAP can change your life because why? It frees up a lot of cash that you would otherwise pay for food, and now you would be paying it, and now you would have it covered for you. It is the biggest payout of stimulus this year. It's been the big success of this channel. So how much money is it? Family of four in Hawaii would normally be about $1,400 a month. Now it's a 15% increase under second stimulus Trump and third stimulus Biden. So now it has a 50% increase for 1 year to December. And guess what? It's about $16,000 for that family. We're doing really well, aren't we, folks? We're upwards of $20,000 between rent, utilities, and SNAP. Goodness. And that is everyone that makes less than $75,000. Yes, if you're on SSDI, SSI, you can get this. Veterans benefits, Social Security, yes, you can get this money. Incredible, great news. How do you get SNAP? Reach out to Department of Agriculture, call 211. All right, the next amount of money that is landing now is the business money. The business money has gone live at sba.gov, and I'm anticipating another one to go live this week as well. So the Shuttered Venue Grant, which is not just for venues, now live at sba.gov. Under third stimulus, just went live end of last week. The restaurant grant, not just for restaurants, just went live from third stimulus the end of last week at sba.gov. The EID loan is still open at SBA, has never closed, ever. It just never closed, sort of like, Waffle House or something. And the EIDL grant, the remainder of $10,000 is being paid. The PPP grant was extended by the president. That is now still live. And then the incredible EIDL grant of $5,000. I have just a sense it's going to go live this week. All right, so then two other groups, moolah coming to you. Unemployed people, and then my parents. The unemployed people, there's big money for you, and that is a tax refund that is being paid in two waves. If you remember this channel, you got the message earlier today. It delineated how they're doing the two waves. Wave one is for single individuals. Wave two is for married couples that file joint tax returns. So what are you getting back? You're getting back the taxes you paid for the unemployment in 2021 to the federal government. So here's an example. If you had $10,000 of unemployment in 2020, you filed your 2020 tax return, you paid $5,000 to the federal government in taxes, of which $1,000 was for the taxes on the unemployment, you're getting $1,000 back. You're not getting your full tax bill back of $5,000. Nope, that's not what they're giving you back. And they're not giving back your unemployment benefits. They're not doubling it. So yeah, there is that same stimulus YouTuber who's saying you're getting $10,200 stimulus checks. No one is getting $10,000. It doesn't exist. Second, it's not a stimulus check. It's the refund of something you paid. To which I'll have questions with viewers to say, well, am I automatically getting this or am I automatically getting that? Let me explain those people. So that one I just referred to is automatic for people who have already filed their 2020 return. That is automatic. It's coming. But if you've not filed a 2020 return, there are two situations. One, you never had taken out for federal taxes, then you're not going to have to pay on it when you go to your tax return. Or you did take out for federal taxes, you're going to have to recoup this back as a tax credit when you do your 2020 return. You got to do it. All right, finally, my parents. My parents, you got money coming. And while you may think the money's coming in July, the ramp up to get the money starts today. Why? Let me go over all those details and more. And I got more about forced stimulus and a monthly stimulus check coming up after the commercial break. I'll be back in 60 seconds. And say hi, I'm in the live chat. See you in just 60 seconds. If you want money right now, not 5 days from now, and not 5 weeks from now, then reach out to the community page. The volunteers can help you find that money for rent and utilities. That's at news.la.com/community. The community page features a series of volunteers who are viewers like you. They can help you find rent, utilities, SNAP, food benefits, mortgage assistance, and help you with eviction moratorium questions as well. They're Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram individuals. Reach out to them and indicate the city and state you're from, and they'll get back to you shortly. That's a community page. Volunteers working for you, viewers helping one another. Stay with LA for more. Join LALATE Daily for the excitement of the new LALATE live daily. The excitement starts on mornings LALATE at 9 a.m. Home LALATE returns at 11 a.m. daily. And then afternoons LALATE at 1 p.m. Join us daily as the excitement continues live from Santa Monica on LALATE. And the excitement continues in 2 hours from now on Evenings LALATE. That will have different content than this broadcast. In that show, I will go over more about the fourth stimulus check of 2021, but I'll also go over the fifth stimulus package, the big money you're going to get this fall from the fifth stimulus package if you're a senior, if you're a single individual, if you're a parent. There's a lot of money in that, so tune into that show. If you're finished with this broadcast, it'll teleport you that one automatically. Meantime, LA Late Night heats up thereafter. It's our River-only Sirloin and Javita Late broadcast. And if you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. I want to grow this channel, and I want you part of the community. I want people to look in and say, hey, they're a nice group of people there. That is a really welcoming family. So if you're a new subscriber, say, hi, I'm a new subscriber, especially in the live chat. Hi, I'm new here. And say, hi, how are you? If you're an old-time viewer, welcome new faces to the community. Meantime, if you're an old face, come on back. Come on back. I know you got your first stimulus, your second stimulus, your third. It's time to get some more. So come on back. Like this video, 3,000 likes, and consider becoming a member of Purple Hawk, Purple Power, Casino VIP. All right, so the money for unemployment is really great, but the money for the children is also really good. But guess what? It's not automatic, not necessarily. Here's what you need to know. The rule, the third stimulus, is that if you have a child 17 to 6, you're going to get $3,000 a month. $3,000 paid $250 a month starting the month of July. If the child's 5 to newborn, you're going to get $3,000 a month. I almost did that again. $3,000 paid $300 a month starting the month of July. Now, who is not going to get it? I'm going to put this on a big pegboard behind me with big lights and say, you're not getting it, because I just sense this is going to be cataclysmic, if that's the word, catastrophic in July when people say, I didn't get it because they didn't know you had a child. Yep, the number one reason you are not going to get this check is IRS does not know you have a child. There's 2 income qualifications to get this. One, you make less than $75,000. That's an easy one. So if you're on SSI and SSDI, Social Security, Railroad benefits, veterans benefits, yes, you get it. But the second one, that IRS knows the child exists. You, in your heart of hearts, knows if IRS knows the child exists. I had one viewer send me a message yesterday private message said, I filed the 2019 return, lists my child, but I haven't filed the 2020 return. Will I get the check? Of course. They know the child exists. They know you haven't done your 2020 return. It's just, they may hit you if you don't get it on time with a penalty. But no, they know the child exists because you filed her or him on that 2019 return. That's not the problem. There are two situations that are a problem. One, you just don't ever file tax returns. Then they're not going to know the child exists. You need to file a 2020 tax return ASAP. Go to a tax preparer and tell them this situation, this problem. Second, you do file tax returns, but you don't list that child. Well, then you got to do that ASAP. Go to that tax preparer. Meantime, I've had a lot of viewers ask me about amended returns and fixing things. Yeah, I've been giving people the following advice, that if you have a lot of things to fix, make a whole list and give them to your tax preparer, but think it through before you go into that tax preparer. So if you're worried that they don't know the child exists, if you're missing a first, second, or third stimulus check and you need to request it, if you need to request, if you think there's something, an issue with the unemployment you need to fix to get that back, do it as one major fixo. Get it all fixed together. That is your big money for third stimulus. And it's going to be landing, folks, a lot of money between now and fourth stimulus in July. Remember, we're not tracking checks, we're cashing checks. And I have gone through this cycle with the viewers several times before. November was a very lean month. People had not gotten a second stimulus check. We were worried it wasn't going to come. And I started purple. I said, listen, go get this money. Well, we're starting another potential lean period. You've gotten the third stimulus check of $1,400. And now the question is, how long until you get the fourth stimulus? Well, there's a lot of money for third stimulus to go get. And we've been talking about getting this money as a Purple Hawks for a long time. That $1,700 for college students, reach out to your financial advisor to get that money. The hazard pay money appears to be a 2021 tax credit, not a 2020. So reach out to your tax preparer about that. It's the earned income tax credit, 19 years or older. You make $25,000 or less, and you're 19 years or older, and you worked as an essential worker. It's a $1,504 tax credit. And there you go. Meantime, other breaking news across the board today, it was just all over the place, but a lot of strange news. Tech stocks on Wall Street really took a tumble. With the NASDAQ down upwards of almost 3% at some point today. That was after Janet Yellen, your Treasury Secretary, spoke about interest rates and spoke about growth numbers, and she anticipates that we could see rates rise for a while until they settle down. That was the broader markets. On the US Dow was up almost flat, but the NASDAQ, it finished down closer to 2%, but at some point it was down as much as 2.5%. And then over in crypto, it's literally been crazy land today. Bitcoin was predominantly down 7%, went down to 5%. Ethereum was down 7% on morning daylight, but by noontime LA, it was up 4%. And then Dogecoin, which is literally becoming the poster child of what many believe is a Ponzi scheme mentality, is up now 40% in 24 hours because someone's appearing on a TV show. I mean, I can't even say that with a straight face, but that's not how you invest, folks. You don't invest, you don't buy something because someone's appearing on a TV show, and you certainly don't trade up 40% because someone's appearing on a TV show. It just makes no sense. That is not how investing goes. And earlier today, one major trading platform was trending as many people said they were getting out of it and getting into another one because they thought that they were not being fair to them as well. Here's what you need to know going into evening's LALATE is that the American economy is starting to reopen faster than anyone anticipated. The President of the United States made the address today that he thinks that he can reach his new goal, which is one dose at least in 70% of Americans by July 4th. That is part of his effort to reopen the American economy completely without masks, without any restrictions, so that we would look like 2019 all over again. That goal may be potential. And remember, herd immunity is somewhere between 70 to 84%. So if that is true, we could reach herd immunity by the fall. There is new talk about getting the vaccine working for young children, 12 to 15 as well, and even younger children. That's heating up as well. That's all really exciting, great news. Meantime, what's important to understand is that forced stimulus is that monthly stimulus check that will pay you the biggest payout of this channel. And I don't want you to ever think that it's too much money for you. Because when we look at fifth stimulus coming out this fall, and certainly on Evenings LA, forced stimulus pales by comparison. $12,000 over 6 months pales in comparison to everything else that we're talking about on the fifth stimulus. $8,400 a month pales in comparison. On Evenings LA tonight, I'm going to be detailing the items that are set to expire. Yeah, expire under forced stimulus. And I want to give you a preview of those items right now. Because, boy, you want to share these videos and tag your elected officials and say, don't let these things expire. These items are set to expire around the time that forced stimulus would become effective. They are PEUC, PUA, FPUC, all the federal unemployment assistance, eviction moratorium, mortgage forbearance, also rent utilities, mortgage assistance, and homeowners assistance. Then also all the business grants, the shutter venue grant, the EIDL grant, the PPP, the restaurant grant, all set to expire. It's just sort of, I don't know, which we're going to see, and this is my personal opinion, what we're going to see is when we reach this sort of new type of cliff. I mean, imagine when we talked about the cliff last year in July, the financial cliff. When we reach this new cliff in July, where everything is really reopened, where there's no restrictions, where we're all back to normal, how strong is this economy going to be? There's 8 million jobs missing, and there's 16 million long-term unemployment jobs, long-term unemployed people. When are those jobs going to be restored? Here's what you need to know. If the ramping up of the reopening of the economy is so robust, are those jobs going to be restored at a faster rate, at the current rate, or at a slower rate? We don't know. And here's the only thing that we are going off of is two financial data. First, we're going off of the continuing unemployment numbers that come out every Thursday morning. And you saw that last week. Everyone was surprised by this number. Here was last Thursday. We showed more people going on unemployment last week. This is as economies are reopening, states are reopening. The jobs number is once a month. And so ultimately, while we see California's open in June, New York City is open July 1, on Evenings LA, you're going to see more of the businesses that are reopening in literally the next few days. You're going to see the impact of that on unemployment. And if unemployment's not restored, you got to get these things under forced stimulus. And there you are. It is a big night across the board. I look forward to seeing you as we heat up, as we go into Evenings LA. That will have different coverage of subjects tonight. It will cover your forced stimulus, but it'll also cover the other items that are in the fifth stimulus that you need to know about. And what else is happening in this economy today, from Wall Street to Main Street. I have all the financial updates across the board. Then 2 hours after that is LA Late Night, our humor-only broadcast. This show and Evenings LA are your two informative shows to end the day. And with that, thank you for your very kind comments. Make sure you subscribe. 400,000 subscribers. Let's do it. YouTube record. Become part of this community. If you're new, say, hi, I'm new. I'm a new subscriber. And if you see a new subscriber, say, hi, how are you? Invite them to this community. Be inviting, be reflective, and kind and considerate. So other people say, wow, that is a channel where people are very kind. Also, like this video. And if you've not become a member, consider becoming a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, Calcino VIP. The link to the community page is in the description and the pinned comment underneath this video. And with that, I'll see you next on Evenings LA. Stay informed, stay focused, and stay with LA for more.